Guys, it's to be specific with dvlottery, there is no, according to the USA website, there is no guarantee for a visa according to the USA website. But according to me, there is full guarantee for a visa if you follow all required steps, and if your case number is low. My first reason for full guarantee for a visa in the diversity visa lottery, my full guarantee for a visa is when your case number is low. Yeah, when your case number is low, you're fully guaranteed the visa because your case number is low. They will start with you if you're among the 10,000 below case number. If you're among the 20, probably 20, below 20k, 20,000, you are guaranteed a visa. And if you make sure you submit in your DS-260, you follow all the steps, you have all the necessary documents, man, you're guaranteed a visa. My first point is when your case number is low. That is my first point. So my second point is when you do the right thing, follow the right steps. Yeah, remember my first point was a low case number. Then my second point is when you follow the right steps. However much if you're having a low case number and you're not following the right steps, you're not submitting in your DS-260 early, you're not caring, you cannot be guaranteed a visa. So you have to combine all necessary steps to be guaranteed a visa. My third point is when you have qualifying documents like education and work experience. First of all, with diversity visa lottery, things work by education, work experience. Either you have to have an education that is equal to a high school. If you don't have that education, you have to go by work experience. You have to go by work experience, and work experience is a broad topic. Most of the guys qualifying for dvlottery, we are qualifying by education and added work experience, because so many people who have education like a high school equivalent, so many of them are working. Like doctors. Okay, beside the doctors, beside the others, there are so many people working. Like you can be a teacher, you can be a security guard, so you have a little bit of work experience. So it doesn't mean that work experience is the one they look at, but they look at your education plus added work experience. This is a high school where I am. So guys, that is the third point. So the fourth point is when you are a derivative to a principal applicant who is most likely to win, having a low case number. So when you are a derivative, by derivative I mean if you are a child to a principal applicant, if you are a wife to a principal applicant, you are guaranteed a visa. That principal applicant who is most likely to win, he's having a low case number, he's careful with his documents, he has all the documents, man, you are most likely, you are guaranteed a visa too, because you are a derivative, you are accompanying member, family member, so you are guaranteed. Plus other people like after going to the US, you can bring your mom, you can bring your dad. That is possibly after you go to the US. So you people who are married to these peaceful applicants who are selected, you granted a visa. There is scenarios where people marry. I personally did it. I married after being selected. So there is, in most scenarios, you can be like not married, but after being selected, you want to take your wife, you want to take your girlfriend. So you marry her, you add her to the diverse visa lottery DS260, you add her, and probably add your kids, like if they are born after being selected, so you can add them. So there is high chances that you can take her. So guys, if you're willing to take your girlfriend, just marry them. Don't be afraid. I have a video about why you should take your kids and your wife, because there is a lot of points for you taking your wife and kids. They can support you a lot. Kids are paid for here yearly. Every year they are paid for. So guys, my other point is when you don't lie, man, when you don't lie, like when you don't lie about your education, about your work experience, about yourself, your birth certificates, if you don't lie, like the real person whom they selected, like in the first entry, like in the initial entry, you applied as single and you continued as single, or you applied as married and you continued as married. Because there are instances whereby you will apply as, for example, as married, but when you are selected, you don't want to take your wife, you're having arguments, so you want to convince the consulate that you were single, and you change from married status to single, or from single to married status, thinking you want to take your girlfriend, and thinking that without the real legal documents you'll be allowed. In those instances, there is no guarantee for you to get that visa, because you might be denied that opportunity, guys. So guys, you have to be careful. So my other point is, when you have funds to support yourself, we joined DV lottery when we are poor. Most of the guys are poor, most of them who are joining DV lottery. And when you get selected, you think you will sell something, you sell a property, you will sell something. First of all, USA doesn't guarantee a visa. Doesn't. On the official website, they ask you not to sell your property, not to resign from work, not to brag around until you have the visa in your hand. So guys, why am I saying this? Several people, they go ahead, sell their property, they go ahead, resign from work, thinking the visa is there for them. But when they reach the interviews, remember, they have spent a lot of money. Like somebody resigns from work, for example, he's in UAE, in another country, he resigns, he goes back home, is given gratuity, or someone sells off his car to get that money to input in the DV lottery process. So after reaching the consulate, he is denied a visa. What happened? He's so disappointed. He has lost everything, and he has put money for the medicals, money for transportation, money for the visa, surprisingly to be denied. So some of the people might feel like they are betrayed by the process, or they have been cheated, since they bought the visa and it wasn't granted to them, it wasn't given to them, so they feel like they have been cheated. So guys, don't do these mistakes. There's no guarantee for you for a visa. If you are lying, first of all, if you don't have funds, there is no guarantee. If you have the funds, there is guarantee when you do the right things, when you have the right papers, when you have nothing to obstruct you getting that visa. When you're doing the right thing, there is guarantee for you. So my other point is criminal records, like bad records. If you have a criminal records, man, sometimes there's no guarantee for you, and especially those who have a criminal records and they cannot defend themselves, like you don't have papers from the law to justify your being innocent. Like you have a big criminal record in the court, you were convicted, it can ruin your situations, man. Even here in America, if you have a criminal records, it ruins your situation. It forever hunt you down. It will forever hunt you down, man. So guys, you be careful, and you have to know, if you have a criminal records, you have to be careful. If you're participating, you're putting your money in diverse visa lottery, you might not be guaranteed a visa until you have papers to prove that you are innocent, or to prove that you served your case, like you served your years in prison and you are left free and you are released. So my last point is, this is the 10th point: never giving up. This is a point which is interesting, like never giving up. You guaranteed a visa if you never give up in your life, man. I'll be the right example to tell you guys. At one point, I was selected in DV 2020, and things turned upside down, as in COVID hit, embassies closed, nothing went on. Even those having visas were not able to go to America. But in 2022, if I never gave it a try, in 2022 I wouldn't be selected. But I gave a try. I just gave a second try, and through that second try, I'm here. That is DV 2022. I was able to come to America. So guys, never giving up is one of the points which will help you reach your dreams, like which will help you to be guaranteed a visa, because you have never gave up. You have never gave up, true, and you have all the necessary requirements, and you follow the principles of the DV lottery. So guys, thank you for watching my video, and